Well, good morning, Yuki. Today's another half day for you. It looks like you've gotten a lot better now, but you still should take great care and not overdo it, okay?
Yeah, you're in a lot less pain today, but you've gotten the hang of this a bit more from last time. Today should go well. Alright, go do your best. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? Have a good day, madam. We'll be awaiting your return. Alright, perfect. It's going well, Yuki. Looks like you've gotten used to it already. Maybe it really does suit you to have Shin boss you around so strictly. No, I'm gonna say we can do without any more of that. Phew, half days sure do fly by when you're working.
Good work. At this rate, you should be able to go back to your full schedule next week. Seriously, when I first heard the news from mine, I was almost in a complete total panic. My hands were trembling quite a bit. I ended up dropping the plates in front of all the customers.
Manager, were you really that worried?
If that pretty face of yours had been injured, then I... He's the worst! If that pretty face of yours had been injured, this cafe would have lost its poster girl. How frightening.
Really, everyone was so shaken up at the time. Tomo was especially bad.
Hey, there's no need to mention that.
But it was pretty crazy. You were shouting at Shin and then you ran off. Sawa was on the verge of tears.
That should be expected for Sawa and me. I mean, that was a really incredibly worrying moment.
And yet Shin was so calm.
Get your skeptic eyes away. No, he might have pushed us off a cliff. I can see where her being a skeptic comes in. What? Mine? Mine?
To be honest, I was kind of scared. His girlfriend fell off a cliff right in front of his eyes, and he was just super calm. And called the police and explained the situation. He didn't even make an effort to search for you.
There's nothing wrong with what he did. He might have looked calm, but I'm sure he was totally beyond shocked.
I heard some scary rumors that Shin's dad was a murderer.
He wasn't a murderer. It was involuntary manslaughter.
Even if he didn't intend to kill, he still killed someone. Isn't that the truth? I heard he got drunk and got into a fight with some guy. Couldn't that personality have been passed down to Shin? When I think about that, after what happened that day, it makes me really scared of Shin.
Seriously, I'll get mad if you say any more. It's true that Shin's father got into a fight and killed someone, but that has nothing to do with Shin. And it's not like you know the details about the incident, now do you? Mine, do you really believe the rumors of your friends?
I'm sorry. That was terrible of me to say.
Yeah. Shin isn't at fault. Thank you, Tomo.
You've really been saying that from the very beginning. I'm really sorry.
Well, alright, that's enough. Shin might be a lonely kid, but he wouldn't hurt a girl he cherishes so much. There's no reason to doubt him. Anyway, why don't we all have lunch?
Even though the manager said that, sounds like there are a lot of people who suspect Shin. That's probably because his attitude is the type to arouse suspicion among people who don't know him. What do you think? I'm starting to feel a little anxious.
No, we believe her. We believe our sweet baby Shin. We can't doubt him now. August 8th. Got time. You want to go somewhere? He shows up without calling or texting, and the first thing he says to you when he sees you, he could ask about your injuries, or ask how work is going, or how you're feeling, at least something nice. Before we'd go to the park or school with Tomo, that's all I could think of. Oh, he wasn't talking about a date. He wants to help recover your memories. Hey, in that case, wouldn't it be better to talk about the accident than about elementary school? I think it's bad not to ask Shin anything, and only hear negative rumors from other people. Also, you still need to ask Shin about the memory you have of him finding you that night. So I found you, huh? I don't know what you're remembering, but I never found you. Tom and the others are right. The people who found you were these two guys, Inky and Kent, who just happened to be staying at the lodge. I heard Inky is a college student and Kent is a graduate student. That's all I know. So even Shin is saying that the others are right. I waited at the lodge for the ambulance and the police to arrive. I knew the police would have questions for me anyway. Someone had to stay at the lodge to relay the information to them. It would just make things faster for me to be there, since the police would have called for me anyway. I see, so Shin didn't search for you so he could explain things to the police? That's actually pretty reasonable. And after you were found, the police car and the ambulance arrived, and I was taken to the station. Our testimonies were different, so the police decided that they were going to keep me in hold for a day. But the difference in our stories were really minor. In fact, I lied about them. Dude, why are you lying so much? Oh wait, why would he lie about something like that? Now that I think about it, I should have just told the truth from the start. I think I was just upset. You said I ran because he was teasing me in your testimony, but I said I jumped out at her from behind in my testimony. In reality, what you said is probably closer to the truth. From your footprints, they determined that you ran away from something before you fell. There really wasn't much reason for me to lie about it. That's just what I happened to tell them. Because you see, at that time, I was actually asking if I could go to your room that night. That was kind of hard to explain, so I ended up making up a stupid lie. Like, I jumped out at you from behind to scare you. It's true, that would be hard to tell the police. Not only that, but you ended up running when he asked. I actually wasn't kidding at the time, so what you said is technically a lie too, if you're gonna go down that road. Although it's still a lot closer to the truth than I was, but it wasn't anything that was super serious either. It's just nobody but us knew what we were talking about before the accident, and the trail of footprints were there. It might be trivial, but I still lied. Of course they would suspect me. The only reason I was released was because you cried and defended me. I'm really thankful. I see. It sounds like you really liked Shin before you lost all your memories. I ended up with fairly minor injuries. I guess the police didn't see the need to press any further. Anyway, that's my side of the story. Do you believe me? Just in case. I see. Thanks. Well, I shouldn't be the one being comforted. You're in way worse of a situation than I am. I'm pretty worried, and I'm totally serious. Sorry. I probably should have told you all this sooner. Having you ask others just made things more problematic. When I tried to talk to you about the other day, I remembered some really awful things. Like your scream when you fell, and how long I had to wait before the people looking for you came back. And then you were brought back covered in blood, and all the time I was being questioned without knowing how you were. I saw the cuts on your neck when you were brought back, but it looked like you were bleeding a lot. It's a miracle you got off so easily. I heard later that if they hadn't found you as soon as they had, that you might have died. I was even thinking that it was my fault that you almost died. I'm just so weak. I can't forgive myself. I couldn't do anything at all. Nothing at all. You were right in front of my eyes just a few seconds before, and you were in my arms, and then... I'm sorry, I just still don't want to talk about it. I don't think he didn't do anything about it. He said you might have died if you were found later. If Shin had run off by himself to look for you, that might have been too late. Shin's quick decision to ask everyone for help is what saved this girl's life. There's no doubt about that. I'm really not sure what to pick here, so... Yep, that seems wrong. Hold on. Hold on. He didn't like when I praised him? I don't know. What does this boy want? We're gonna go with the other one. Sorry, hold on. Gotta... Hey, old guy. Sorry. I have to make some quick, abrasive decisions. Yeah, you said that plenty of times. You said the same thing every time I apologized, even without your memories. But if I had been more careful about our surroundings, you would have never fallen in the first place. That fact won't change. This is my fault. Hey, Yuki. Shin really is sorry about this, and he doesn't seem like the person who would try to hurt you. Your injuries were an accident, but then again, what is that mystery memory? It must be some sort of mistake. I feel that was the right decision to make. We made a good call. Oh, well, Yuki, first, I'd like to congratulate you on your recovery. Why is his hand like that? Huh? Who's this guy? And also, I was going to congratulate her first. Don't steal my lines, man. I was really surprised to hear about the accident the other day. It seems that Shin has been released. To be honest, I was always interested in knowing whether you two were actually dating, but that time especially. You should not be wondering about young people's dating habits, man. Yeah, hey, owner, good morning. I'm surprised to see you here. I wouldn't have thought the owner of the owner of that lodge would be all the way down here. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Did you come by today to give her some encouragement? Oh yes, I believed it would be the quickest way to ask the person directly after all. Tomo, thanks for the who's who. I've been concerned for some time, but Waka insisted I should wait until her wounds had recovered. Anyway, tell me, just how much water does this theory of a love triangle with you and Tomo hold? What? You? How old are you? Are you like a 13-year-old girl? What? That's what you wanted to ask? Mr. Owner, that's completely false. But I heard that she had proposed to you in the past, Tomo, during our chat over tea. Why are you chatting with him over tea about this? What kind of questions does this guy ask over tea? That, or Orion, my thoughts exactly. That was when she was in kindergarten. It's a pretty common childhood thing, you know? Oh, memory. That does not look like Tomo's hair.
Well, Tomo, when I grow...
We're gonna have to change your voice.
Tomo, when we grow up, we should get married.
So, that memory was... Wow. You really did propose to Tomo back then. You're a bit forward. I know it was only kindergarten, but do you think you made any promises like that with Shin too? You're such a player. Ooh, Mr. Ona. I see you're here. Oh, hello, Waka. Beautiful as always. Your face is so lovely. How creepy. Oh, stop that. You really are a charmer. And even more so these days. Anyway, would you mind releasing my employee now? It's time to open our cafe. Oh, yes, of course. Go right along, Tomo. Yuki, does this mean you're supposed to stay behind? Okay, let's open the cafe. Sorry, Yuki, I can't do any more for you. Oh no, there they go. Uh-oh. Oh, now then, Yuki. We should be able to talk in peace about the incident. It looks like you have no choice but to go along with this. Still, it's not like you know much more about the accident than anyone else, right? Wait, but this person is the owner of the mountain lodge everyone was staying at that day? Doesn't that mean that he was there when the incident happened? If that's true, then he might know a lot more about this than we do. We should be the ones asking him questions. Of course I did. I know the area better than most others, so I figured I'd be the first to find you. But the person who found you first was Kent. His actions were most impressive. Seems like he and Inky were calculating something, then they ran off and brought you back immediately. I'm sure they were checking altitudes and contours on the map, then made calculations based on the point that you fell. He even checked your height and weight with Shin. What? Really? Guess he knows a lot about maps. I guess you're interested in the events of that night. Why don't you try asking the other guest? I guess I could give you the guest list, if you'd like. Wow, that would be really helpful. Since he's offering, you should take it. Oh, but this is quite very intriguing. The victim decides to reinvestigate the case. A true mystery in the making. I read many stories like this for fun, but I've never encountered a genuine one myself before. Exactly what is this owner expecting out of this? Also, what kind of truth did you witness from yourself? Well, you're defending Shin. That I know for certain, but I'd like to know why. Do you have any sorts of doubt about this accident? Was this truly an accident, with no suspicions whatsoever? I'm glad you're enjoying yourself there. Also, he's really fixated on the incident, but it was just an accident, no matter which way you look at it, right? Also, you came to work, but it seems like he won't let you go for a while. You shady guy. Who just comes, you guys, I heard there was a love triangle, and is it an accident? I've been watching a lot of Murder, She Wrote.
I'm pretty tired, are you?
Yesterday, your first straight shift, and then that weird guy showed up and started asking a bunch of questions. I'm sure your body is really tired, but this isn't good for your mental health either. Try to relax a bit. You have today off, so you should try to get some rest. You've got work again tomorrow. I wonder if Shin will come by today. And then he gets so excited. I think Orion is into Shin. Well, speak of the devil. Wait, it's not Shin, it's Tomo? You mean it's not our boyfriend? It's this guy? Aw, man. Hey, are you free today? Tomo seems like a really kind and easygoing guy, but he actually acts kind of like Shin sometimes. Maybe this is just how childhood friends act around each other. Oh god! Look at his face! He's just like, bitch, what are you doing here? He's so fed up with you, Tomo. What are you doing here, Tomo? Are you guys up to something? Oh, Shin's here too. No real reason, she just had a long shift yesterday, so I came to see how she was doing. I'll get going now. I didn't have any plans with her, so you got here first. I'll just leave. Wait, what? Why is he acting like this? Why can't all three of you hang out together? Sorry, Tomo. Alright, I got it. You two have fun. Sorry. Anyway, let's go somewhere. Do you mind if it's crowded? We should go out to eat. Going out again? That's fine, but watch your health. If you take it too easy, your body will get weak before you know it, and then you'll have a really hard time. Alright, and if you're not feeling well, let me know right away. I'm not trying to push you to your limit or anything. Well, there you go, Yuki. I'm pretty worried about you too, but I think Shin's trying to show how much he really cares about you. Oh, we're back. You walked around quite a bit, but you didn't seem to have too much trouble. Maybe it's because you were taking lots of breaks. Anyway, I'll be going home. Why are you making such a confused looking face? You're still not recovered. It would be a problem if I came in now. Or, are you sure that I'm still your boyfriend? I'm totes sure. I guess he's right, Yuki. Then again, he did use his key to come into your room before, but I guess that doesn't count. I've wanted to say this for a while now, but right now, how do you feel about me? Am I a childhood friend to you, family, or do you actually accept me as your boyfriend? Before, I was kind of forceful about getting you to accept me as your boyfriend, but now I'm confused. I did a lot for you to finally see me in that way, to have a sense of something more between us. But now I feel like I need to hold back. I didn't want to end up getting treated as a brother again because of it. Since you can't remember, I'm going to say this again. I want us to be together, Yuki. I don't want to be treated like your little brother. Oh my gosh. I don't. Shin. Sweet child. I still need some time. That is kind of how I see. Like, we kind of see him as. No! Okay. The other answer is better. The other answer's better. That's kind of how I see you. That's not a problem. I'll make you see me as a man. Wait. You realize I said the same thing to you when I confessed to you before, don't you? Memories. Okay. Ugh. But I'm older than you, you know? What does that have to do with it? You just happen to be born half a year before me. That's true, but also we've been together ever since we were kids. Since we were kids. I guess I can't see you as just a regular guy after all this time. Don't worry, I'll make you see me as a man before you even know it. We should go out. But if we do, and things go bad, we won't be able to go back to the way things were before. I already can't go back. I can only see you as the girl that I'm interested in. If you absolutely don't like that idea, I'm not going to force you, but I can't just be your childhood friend anymore. That's not fair. That's like a threat. If you think it's a threat, then maybe that means there's still hope. I'm sure that means that you don't like the idea of not being able to talk to me. Of course I wouldn't like that. We've been together ever since we were born. Of course I wouldn't like not being able to see you. Then we should be together. He's so cocky. If you were to get a boyfriend, we wouldn't be able to see each other anyway. Either way, something would have to change. We can't stay like this forever. Let's date. Don't worry. You'll get used to the idea before you even know it. Were we, like, coerced into dating? Why are you spacing out? Did you remember something? So, what's your answer? We can always start as friends, just don't be too forceful. He's already forceful, so, I mean... I'll take that as an agreement. I got it. Then, for now... Now he's gonna make out with us again. This guy has already made out with us like 4 times. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I'm not kidding. It's painful to have the girl that you like so close by and unable to do anything. I was always trying to wait until your memories came back, but I can't. I had no idea when that might happen. There's no way I can wait. I don't know what I would do if I just kept waiting, only for you to treat me as a brother again. The past 3 months would have been for nothing. I'll make sure you remember those feelings again. The feeling of being nervous and never knowing when I might kiss you. She also needs a new hat. She's worn that hat, like, apparently since they started dating 3 months ago. Just wanted to point that out real quick. Well, I'll just go home for today. Your next day off is the day after tomorrow, right? I'll see you then. Wow, what a surprise. You're totally into it, alright. Wow, what a surprise.
I see now. I finally see why he asked you why you were so nervous that time he kissed you in the hospital. Even though you might have been going out already, he was always teasing you with sudden kisses.
That disgruntled look on his face.
I know he wants you to feel excited and all, but
This isn't very good for your heart. You liked it. Orion, don't even.
is that really okay to agree to that?
Yeah, it was. It was fine. It's okay. It's perfectly fine.